My wife cheated on me with her yoga teacher and called it therapy while ignoring our newborn son. She says it's my fault for not understanding her every needs. Hey Reddit. I 34M have been married to Anna 31F for 5 years. We've had our ups and downs like any couple, but I always believed we had a strong foundation. Earlier this year, we welcomed our first child, Jake. Parenthood has been incredible but also the hardest thing I've ever done. I thought we were ready for it. I thought she was ready for it. The first month after Jake was born was tough on Anna. She was overwhelmed, tired, and struggling emotionally. I didn't think much of it at first. Doesn't every new parent go through that? But as the weeks turned into months, her behavior grew more distant. She'd avoid holding Jake, complain about everything, and spend hours locked in the bathroom crying. I begged her to talk to me, to tell me how I could help, but she would just brush me off, saying, "You wouldn't understand." When Jake was about 2 months old, Anna told me she needed an outlet to feel like herself again. She signed up for yoga classes at a nearby studio. I encouraged her, thinking it would be good for her mental health. At first, it was just once a week. Then twice. Then 5 times a week. Soon, her yoga classes became an excuse to leave the house for hours on end. She'd come home late, exhausted but strangely upbeat, often smelling like a mix of sweat and cologne. When I'd ask her how the session went, she'd give vague answers, shrugging off my questions. It didn't sit right with me, but I told myself I was overthinking. Then one night, while I was rocking Jake to sleep, Anna's phone buzzed on the couch. A text popped up from someone named Matt. "I can't stop thinking about last night. You were incredible." My heart sank. I wanted to believe it was a misunderstanding, but something told me it wasn't. When Anna fell asleep, I did something I've never done before. I went through her phone. The texts between her and Matt confirmed my worst fears. He wasn't just her yoga instructor, he was her lover. The messages were explicit, filled with confessions of love and plans for their next session. I felt like my world was collapsing. The woman I loved, the mother of my child, had betrayed me. I confronted her the next morning. She didn't even try to deny it. She looked me in the eye and said, "Matt is helping me heal. I've been so lost, and he's the only one who understands me." When I brought up Jake and how she was neglecting him, she turned it all around on me. She accused me of being unsupportive, cold, and emotionally distant. She said, "You don't get what I've been through. You're so focused on Jake that you forgot about me. I don't even know what to think anymore. Was our marriage always a lie? Am I a failure as a husband? And how do I protect my son from this mess?" Update. First off, thank you to everyone who commented and messaged me after my original post. I read every word. Your advice and support helped me more than I can express. It's been a week since I found out about Anna's affair. We've had multiple arguments since then, and none of them have led to any resolution. She's adamant that her relationship with Matt isn't cheating because, in her words, it's not about sex, it's about finding myself. She refuses to acknowledge the damage she's caused, not just to me but to Jake. After one particularly heated fight, Anna packed a bag and went to stay with her parents. She said she needed space to figure things out. I didn't stop her. Part of me was relieved to have her gone, at least for now. In her absence, I've been focusing on Jake. He's the only thing keeping me grounded right now. I've been doing all the feedings, changing diapers, and staying up late just to watch him sleep. It's exhausting, but it's also the most meaningful thing I've ever done. I also took some of your advice and started looking into legal options. I consulted a family lawyer who told me to start documenting everything: Anna's texts with Matt, her absences, and her neglectful behavior toward Jake. It feels awful to do this, like I'm preparing for battle against the woman I once loved. But I need to protect my son. Anna has been texting me sporadically, mostly to check on Jake. She's still seeing Matt and insists that their relationship has nothing to do with her ability to be a mother. I disagree. Another update. It's been 2 weeks since Anna moved out, and things are slowly becoming clearer, though not necessarily easier. I've decided to move forward with filing for divorce. I can't continue living in this limbo where Anna refuses to take accountability for her actions. My lawyer has been a godsend, guiding me through every step of the process. Anna's reaction to the divorce papers was explosive. She accused me of being vindictive and using Jake as a pawn to punish her. She claims she deserves joint custody, but I don't trust her judgment right now. She's still deeply involved with Matt, and I've documented several instances where she's chosen him over spending time with Jake. In therapy, yes, I finally started going. My counselor helped me unpack a lot of the guilt I've been carrying. I've spent weeks blaming myself for Anna's actions, wondering if I could have done more to prevent this. But the truth is, her choices are her own. I can't fix someone who doesn't want to be fixed. I've also started opening up to friends and family about what's been happening. Their support has been overwhelming. My parents have stepped in to help with Jake, giving me a few hours here and there to breathe. A close friend even suggested I join a support group for single dads, which I'm seriously considering. Meanwhile, Anna continues to prioritize Matt over everything else. She told me last week that she's in love with him and believes he's her soulmate. Hearing those words was like a dagger to the heart, but it also solidified my decision to move on. Final update. It's been a month since my last update, and I'm finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. The divorce is moving forward, though it's been anything but smooth. Anna initially fought for joint custody, but after reviewing the evidence I presented, her texts with Matt, her neglect of Jake, and her erratic behavior, the court granted me primary custody. Anna will have supervised visitation for the time being, with the option to revisit the arrangement if she proves she can be a stable parent. I won't lie, part of me feels guilty about the custody arrangement. Despite everything, Anna is still Jake's mother. But I have to put his well-being first. He needs a parent who is fully present, not one who's chasing therapy with a yoga instructor. On a personal level, I'm doing better. Therapy has been life-changing. I've learned to set boundaries, prioritize self-care, and let go of the things I can't control. I've also reconnected with old friends and hobbies I'd abandoned during my marriage. As for Anna and Matt, they're still together. I don't know if their relationship will last, and honestly, I don't care anymore. My focus is on Jake and building a stable, loving environment for him. To anyone who's going through something similar, I want you to know that it gets better. The pain doesn't disappear overnight, but it does fade. Take things one day at a time, lean on your support system, and don't be afraid to seek professional help. Jake is my everything, and I'll do whatever it takes to give him the life he deserves.